All right, Drew here is the younger brother, and he is struggling internally with how he feels about his older brother. God, how many times have we taken these calls, too, that the parents treat one son or one daughter differently than they treat you, and it's impossible to get past. Hey, Drew.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, how you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay, what's your beef with your older brother here?
It's not beef. It's just like, so my older brother is Devin. He's 29 and he still lives at home. Like, just so you know, like, I moved out, I'm out kind of making it happen for myself, but he's just like the biggest leech, biggest mooch from my parents. Like, my mom is still like cleaning, like literally doing his laundry, like cooking for him, cleaning after him, all of that. It's like, he doesn't pay any bills. He just kind of is like lazy. And so I think I'm frustrated because I don't want them to, not like I don't want them to support him, but he's being lazy about it. And I want him to be independent. Like, I think he should have any ambition at all, aside from just sitting around the house.
This is funny because usually when we take these calls, it's the opposite, right? That the parents were tough on the older one and the younger one just gets whatever they want. But in this case, you're the younger brother and it's the older brother mooching, and you want your older brother to show some more initiative. Yeah.
I mean, like, I love him, but they love him. Like, he can't do anything wrong, and I can do, like, any achievement I do. I'm like living by myself, and they're like, yeah, that's great. So I feel like I don't know how to tell him how I feel. Like, I don't know if I can be the one to say, like, hey, you need to do something, because my parents are getting to like a certain point where, like, I don't know how much longer my dad is going to be working. I don't know. Like, I don't want my mom to be cleaning up after him. Like, they should be enjoying themselves and, like, have their house to themselves. I think it's just like, it's about time, and he needs to grow up.
Okay, Mo.
I feel you, bro, because I think this is one of those situations where your favorite saying, Bert, no good deed goes unpunished. I feel like with siblings, a lot of the time what happens is the more responsible one, the more independent one who goes out of their way to really not rely on their parents, typically what comes with that is your parents leave you alone, and they let you do that. And then you always have the sibling who they're not as responsible or as ambitious, and because of that, the parents will look out for them, and I can absolutely see how it would upset the more responsible one, but I don't know how you fix that, because that's literally just the way it goes.
Yeah, and here's what I'm feeling too, Drew, is that I think your focus is on the wrong people, because your parents are the one that's created this problem, dude. Your older brother is going to clearly take whatever they give him, right? So your frustration is going to be lost on him. Like, if you go to your brother, he's going to be like, I don't care. This is the way it's all set up. It's your parents that have really set this whole thing up.
Yeah, Drew, I'm curious why you feel like you need to parent your parents in this situation. It's their life, their house, their choice. If they didn't want to do it, they could kick your brother out. So has someone confided in you that it's problematic? Because I'm going to be honest, and I can say this because I have a sibling who got away with a lot more stuff than I ever did. Feels like there's a little bit of sibling jelly belly going on. Like, you're a little jealous that they're not giving you the accolades for basically being a full-fledged adult and doing great at life, and they're picking up the pieces after your brother who is not doing as well as you, and yet he's getting all the attention.
Now, both could be true, though.
Yeah.
He might want to change the situation because he is jealous. But I do think that Drew's got a good point, man. It's like, when is dude going to grow up? When's older brother going to grow up?
It's not his business. Right? It's literally none of his business. It's not his job. If his parents don't like it. If he knew his brother was taking advantage of his parents and his parents were in a position where they couldn't do anything about it, I get it. But otherwise, it's not your circus, not your monkeys.
What you got, Tommy?
Cassie.
What?
Now, I know you've got...
You're already mad at him. I know you said anything.
I know you've got a sister.
Yes.
And she's a rock star.
Yes.
But let's just pretend for a moment that she is not a rock star. And she's living at home, and she's bumming off of your parents, and they just love her. They give her all the attention. And you've been doing great. You're an Emory graduate. You work for the Bert Show. Life is going great. And they give her all the accolades, yet she's leeching off of them. You wouldn't be pissed. You're telling me you wouldn't be mad.
Oh, no, I totally accept that I would be, and she is the favorite, so I get it. I get what Drew's going through. Yeah, I would be jealous, but I don't think I would feel like it was my place to step in. I'd probably talk to my parents and be like, what am I, chopped liver? You guys never say you're proud of me, but I don't think I would try and sabotage. Like, I can't be mad at her for playing the game and getting everything paid for.
Drew, is your brother even up at this time? Because I was thinking I would love to hear his side of this whole thing.
I bet he is. He's always just like on his computer gaming, so I'm sure he's awake.
Would you be open to us calling him? Of course, we'd have to tell him he's going to be on the radio. Hearing his side of things, and then we could try to act as ambassador between you and he. But really, it's more just to hear his side more than anything else.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay. I like this.
He is not going to be happy that you're calling him out on the radio. You know that, right?
I'm aware, yeah.
I am warning you right now that this is about to be a train wreck. You're sure you're okay with that?
Full steam ahead.
Let's do it.
So, Tommy, before I reset this, I just want to make sure older brother cannot hear what I'm about to say. How I'm going to reset this.
All right, hang on. All right.
So Drew called us a couple of minutes ago, and he is the younger brother, and he's annoyed at his older brother's period. Older brother, period.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is different than what we normally have when you got siblings that aren't getting along real well. It's usually the older brother going, God, my parents were so hard on me, and the younger brother gets away with everything. It's driving me crazy. Not Drew here. Drew is the younger brother and was telling us that his older brother, Devin, who is 29 years old, I think the words mooching and leeching were used.
Correct.
Off of his parents. And it's kind of driving Drew a little bit crazy. Just that it's putting a strain on mom and dad, and kind of feels like Devin should be a little bit more responsible, shouldn't be living with mom and dad, should get his life together. Do I have that right? Drew?
Yeah, yes.
I got that right? All right. So what we're trying to accomplish with this call here, Drew, is A, get your brother's side of things, and B, before we get him on, what really would you like to accomplish? What can we help you with?
I mean, I just want to tell him how I feel about it, I guess, at this point. I don't know how else to say it, but here we are. So I'd like to hear what he thinks, I guess.
Okay. Tommy, the older brother, Devin, has been told that he's going to be on the radio, right?
Yes.
We're not surprising him with anything. You want to put him on?
Hang on. I gotta pick him up. Here we go.
Hey, Devin. Hello, Devin?
Hello.
Hello. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. All right. As Tommy told you, we're on the radio right now. We are live. Your younger brother, Drew, called up, and he would like to express how he is feeling about you and your relationship with your parents. He is feeling some resentment right now, and he would like to express that to you. Does that sound about right, Drew?
Yeah. Hey, Devin.
Yeah.
Um,
Is this about the eShop cart? Is this about the eShop cart? I mean, come on. It's just $200 Nintendo Fun Club eShop cart. I don't know what the big problem is.
What's that?
Okay. He's talking about, like, video games? Like you're spending money on video games?
It's not my money. It's mom's money and dad's money.
Okay, so this is kind of like the point of why I'm calling and having you on the literal radio is that you're 29 and you're living at home. You don't do anything but play games, and you're spending mom's and dad's money to do it.
So what's the problem with that? It's our money. We're a family.
It's their money. You're an adult. You live in their house.
So what?
You need to
I don't
grow
understand
up.
what the problem is. I'm grown up. I'm older than you.
Oh my God. Okay, do you have a job?
I don't need a job. What do I need a job for? I've had a job in the past. It just I don't need a job. My parents want me to be here. I'm here for them. I don't know what the problem is.
Devin, you need to give them a break. You need to let them live their lives without you. It's been almost 30 years of them raising you like you're a baby, and you need to grow up.
They don't have a problem with it. I don't know why you have a problem with it.
Hey,
Mom
Devin.
likes to take care of me. Mom likes to clean my room. She likes to do my laundry. She likes to cook for me. I mean, you're never around. I mean, you wouldn't know.
You sound like a brat. You sound like a little baby. You hear that?
You're the brat. You're the one that's complaining. You're the one that's calling in the radio station crying like a baby because you're jealous. I didn't tell you to grow up and go out and move out and get a job and wear a suit and tie every day. I think that's lame.
I don't wear a suit and tie every day.
Devin, you sound like a big guy, so I'm going to handle this delicately because I don't want to get my ass kicked. But do you have other friends that are your age in the same lot in life that you are, staying with mom and dad, being okay with them paying for everything?
Yes, I talk to them all the time on Discord.
Okay.
Devin, you said that your parents are okay with it, so it's okay. But genuinely, why are you okay with it?
Why wouldn't I be? It's fun.
So
I'd like to do what I want to do. I don't want anybody to tell me what to do and when I have to wake up and when I have to go home and when I have to take my lunch and, when I can take a break. And that's just, lame.
So your mentality fascinates me because I'm so on the other side of this, man. Like, I've always just right from the start wanted to take care of myself, be out there. But for you, this works. Like, hey, you've got somebody that's payrolling you. You don't feel bad about not having a job, kicking back because this is what your parents want for you, and you're cool with that.
This happens all the time. You ever heard of like a scholarship? Basically the same thing.
So you got a mommy and daddy scholarship.
They're in this scholarship, yes.
Yeah, my kids are on that too, except they're 19 and 15.
Yep.
So, Drew, I mean, the real issue here, Devin, I'm sort of, I can't believe that I'm actually standing up for you here a little bit, because if this was my oldest son, things would be different. But Drew has a problem with your lifestyle, but really that's about Drew, isn't it? I mean, if you're okay with it, why can't your younger brother be okay with it?
Exactly. My parents, our parents don't have a problem with it. If they had a problem with it, they could come and talk to me about it. I don't need to hear this from my younger brother, all this static.
And you don't think it's possible that your parents do have a problem with it, but they don't know how to come to you and talk about it?
Thank you.
I don't know about that. I mean, I have a great relationship with my parents. I do a lot for them. There's no reason for me to move out and to take on bills and go in debt. My dad worked very hard and my mother worked very hard, and they're retired now, and I don't think that they have a problem with me being here.
So so you're taking from their retirement money?
It's not taking. I think it's, we are a family unit, and I support them morally just as much as they support me.
And you say that you do a lot of stuff for them also. I think that's what she said somewhere over the last couple of minutes. What is the stuff that you're doing for them to sort of like even out that they are paying for your life?
Well, I put my clothes in the hamper so my mom can wash them.
You're joking now. Now you're joking.
You being serious?
Take dishes out of the dishwasher, and I put dirty dishes in the dishwasher. She asked me to do that.
Come on, man.
Are you joking with
There's no way you being serious right now.
Like, do you fix stuff around the house maybe, or cook dinners, walk the dogs, house sit, clean?
Well, we have
All he does is sit around the house.
No, well, like house sit, like watch the house while your parents are away, not sit in the house. Like, do you do any work kind of that would normally be paid for or could be outsourced to other people to earn your keep?
Well, no.
But his parents are okay with it. So is this really a Devin issue, or is this a Devin's parents issue? I mean, they seem to be...
It's a Devin's parents issue.
Yeah, it's a Devin's parents issue. So as I said at the outset, Drew, man, I understand your frustration, dude. I would be frustrated also. But I think maybe you're going to the wrong people. Like, maybe if your parents haven't said anything to your older brother, maybe your older brother's right. They don't care. They feel like they're using their retirement on what they want to use their cash for, and that's your older brother being around the house, man.
I guess. I mean, I don't think I'm winning this battle right now, but whatever.
No, we understand your frustration.
Yeah, totally get it, man.
We get it.
Totally get it. And I would never allow this in my house with my oldest son, but this is not my family. These are not my parents, man. But I do think being resentful to your older brother is like misplaced. And if your parents haven't said anything about it, dude, everybody's a grown-ass person in this whole situation.
No,
Go
not
ahead.
everybody is a grown person. First of all, I don't think, Devin, I don't think you are a grown person because I think you are taking advantage of your parents. The difference is...
But can't the parents like say, look, if they're getting taken advantage of, don't you think the parents are like, hey, get the hell out of here, you're taking advantage of us?
Well, so here's the thing. I think their parents are adults and they can make that decision if they want to. So that's why I think, Drew, you don't really have a say in the matter. Everyone involved is an adult party and they can change things if they want. However, that doesn't change that I think Devin is taking advantage of his parents. And as a parent, sometimes your love for your kids goes super, super deep and you'll make sacrifices for them, even though logically you're like, this might not be the best for them long term. This isn't the best for me long term, but I'll do whatever I can for my kids because I love them.
Yeah, I love my kids so much that I'm raising them to be independent.
Well, and I like that, and I agree with that parenting style, but that's not how everyone does it. That's why you see, like, certain siblings, and it's usually the younger sibling. In this case, it's not being coddled. So I kind of think that Devin is taking advantage of his parents in that way by not pulling his weight.
I agree with that. They do love me very much. I think they love me more than Devin, and that's why he's upset.
Okay, whatever.
I do agree. This is a issue that's coming from your parents. At the same time, I also agree that if someone is allowing you to take advantage of them and you do it, that it's not an excuse to be free of you're still taking advantage of them, whether they allow it or not. You're taking advantage of your parents.
You guys, we got to take off here. Drew, I think that you were probably hoping a whole bunch of people are going to call up and beat up on your brother and stuff like that, and they are kind of lined up to do that. We're just kind of out of time, but I tell you what, your parents are grown also, and if they don't like the situation, that's really where the responsibility lies. That's tough to hear, though.
Yeah, thanks for talking it out.
Okay, see you, man. He wanted to say thanks for nothing.
Yeah, no. You did nothing for me.
Look, I'm totally with him, man. I would be frustrated the same way. Like, are you kidding me, dude? You're 29 years old. Get off your ass and make some money. But it's the parents' responsibility to change that, or older brother's going to do whatever he can and take advantage of the situation.
It's all facts.
The Bert Show.